MC and coach. Half a podcast. It has 56 listeners. They talk about topics like wrestling, and sometimes they talk about movies. And sometimes they go on tangents about stuff that makes no sense. They continue to record this stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. They'll just record an episode.
All right, me podcast, you listen. We are going to discuss first the Netflix shows that have been out. Netflix came out with two things that I've watched recently, MC. One of them was the Happy Gilmore 2, which was released, a week ago when this podcast comes out, maybe 2 weeks ago. Happy Gilmore.
At least maybe 2 weeks.
So my sons already believed that I wasn't going to like Happy Gilmore. And I'm going to have to say it started off with potential. And then it ended with stupidity. Almost like they forced themselves to finish the Happy Gilmore 2 season. Looks like we lost MC. They had to finish the Happy Gilmore 2 season. And with that being said, it just seemed like they were forcing themselves to make a Happy Gilmore 2. Not sure why it's important to have to force yourself into the Gilmore world and Netflix and whatever they spent on it. But it did seem kind of lame that it had to be made. It just seemed like it was just something that they wanted to do. So with the ring, I was saying is that the Happy Gilmore. You went to Subway?
Yes.
Oh, Shooter McGavin. So with the Happy Gilmore movie, I think the thing that got everybody talking was his kids are in it. I think it's funny that the ballet instructor is his wife, and she looks a lot like his daughter, who is supposed to be his daughter in the show, but she looks just like her mom, but she's the ballet instructor. And the mom is supposed to be the girl from Modern Family, and then she dies early, and it just seems kind of lame.
She just doesn't look like what she did. I know she's older. I just can't even get her back into the original Happy Gilmore. Like, she just doesn't look like Veronica anymore.
But either did Happy Gilmore. He looked like an old drunk.
Yeah, well, the beard sucked when he was with did that scene, which was hysterical with Bob Barker before he died in the hospital.
Yeah.
Or like the Oscars or wherever it was. Yeah. He had just a little gruff, but he, the full beard, I don't know if he's just hiding how old he was, but yeah,
and then John Daly didn't really fit into the whole thing. Like, why is he there? And I thought it's funny when they're like, "Hi, Uncle John Daly," or whatever the hell his name is. And then it just all seemed kind of like they were forcing a show upon us that it started off again. It was funny. Like you said, your favorite part's the golf scene when he's trying to get back into golfing with those other three people.
Just fall
that part's funny.
That was the best part of the movie.
The rest of it seemed kind of lame. The Shooter McGavin part seemed kind of forced. Like after he got out of the insane asylum, it just sounded like it just kind of forced. And you already knew what direction this was going in. It was just all really predictable. I will say his sons are funny. That was pretty funny how they always yell at everybody when they get mad. They're like, I start screaming at everybody. That was pretty funny. But the ending where they had to compete in the golf, whatever that golf thing.
Like a jazzed up miniature golf course, basically.
So it was not worth the wait. So luckily it came out on Netflix.
There's a reason those come out on Netflix, But I did hear recommended to one friend who just completely hated it, talking to my brother earlier, and he seemed to enjoy it. He was just like, it was a fun movie, and he laughed. So, I mean,
That's it, though. That's right. That's it. That's it. It's a fun movie. You know,
That's
if
what
you're
I said.
looking
It was a
if
fun,
you're looking to
nostalgic movie.
if you're looking for something just to watch because you're bored, watch Happy Gilmore 2. If you're looking for something to watch and trying to impress your girlfriend that you bring over to watch a movie with her, do not watch Happy Gilmore 2. In fact, don't even watch anything on Netflix
Take
because
her
I
to
think
Subway.
Netflix is starting to suck. I think
Take her
Netflix
to
starts,
Subway instead and buy a Shooter McGavin cup.
but Netflix did come out with something I thought was pretty cool, and I did finish it. Is the WWE Unreal
Oh
edition
yeah, I've been watching that still. I'm on the
on
heel turn episode.
on the road to WrestleMania, I guess is the best way to put it. There's only 5 episodes.
Yeah,
And
I'm on
how do you
4,
feel?
I think. Episode 4 I'm on.
I will spoil it for you. It doesn't get any better. You pretty much know what's going to happen. But how do you feel about them pulling back the curtain for the 2000s time, I guess? But how do you feel about them pulling back the curtain for this day and age wrestling? Like
See
they've actually, they're
this
definitely kayfabing everything about, like it's all of it.
they're releasing kayfabe from it. Yeah, so they're basically kayfabe's out the window. But this series not only throws it out the window, it throws it in the wood chipper like Michael Myers and just tries to make sure it doesn't come back. And that's probably the it's really fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, as a person who's read the quote unquote dirt sheets for such a long time, back, when I was in, reading parts of the national newspaper and I'd get a little wrestling blurb every Tuesday. I mean, I could, can't get enough of the backstage news. But when you go this far, it's like it's almost like no turning back from, okay, you got two guys who hate each other, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre hates CM Punk, just to see them sitting around the same type of thing discussing the match. It just kind of throws that whole thing out the window. And I understand we're supposed to now believe it's no different than two actors just talking about the role. It's just kind of, wrestling always had its own little niche of
But
fans who
dude,
kind of
I thought
suspended their own disbelief of, and to enjoy the product. And I think this really rips the door off of its hinges to show you what that really goes
well,
down.
what's the point of it though?
Just to satisfy those people who really love the backstage nuances, show them things they've never seen.
There's lots of hugging. Everybody's hugging. Everybody's loving each other. Everybody's supporting each other. Everybody's excited about their, like, you want to see sometimes, I want to see some of the shit where people are not happy. It seems like in all of these episodes, everybody's super supportive and happy. There's got to be times when people are not fucking supportive and happy. There's got to be times where people are mad and they're going to be arguing. I want to see the parts where you behind the dark side of the ring when you saw the shit when there
Well,
was
you did see a little bit of that, which was cool in the Chelsea Green episode. She says they wanted her to finish her off with the leg drop or something. She was like, I don't complain about anything. I do whatever they ask, but I'm gonna use my finish in this match. So they don't really show if she really truly bucked what they said, because obviously if you did, you'd probably be in bigger trouble. But I think she had to pull a card like you're saying. They just chose not to show it. So if she confronted him saying, "Hey, I really think I should do the finish," they didn't show you that shit.
What about the Charlotte Flair? Do you think that she's done?
No, she's the current tag team champion now with Alexa Bliss
I
as of
know, but
SummerSlam.
when you watched this one, you saw her final match, right? You saw when she got beat at WrestleMania.
Oh, at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I may not have gotten to that thing, but yeah, because I think
Well,
that's
then
episode
you'll
5.
see it. Then you'll see it. Then you'll
No,
see it.
she can't be.
You'll
She
see.
can't be done if she wrestled at SummerSlam.
I know, but you'll see
Yeah.
you'll see her mentality. I think she's done.
Oh.
I think she looks old as shit when she doesn't have her makeup on when she's getting her knee surgery. She looks very old. I don't know how old she is, but she looks rough.
She started late in the game, but she was really pretty girl. I think she just had a lot of work done. But as a teenager, she was a really, not even teenager, as young years, she was really naturally pretty girl. I think a lot of times they get fearful of aging and they do shit to themselves that I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure, but I will say something. I did talk to my friend that kind of bothered me. And I don't know if that's just because it's a wrestler aspect of it. I mean, who am I obviously, but I have, wrestled, on an independent scene. Just when they were talking about, you know, I don't know if it was the finish or I realized they have to be where the camera, so they have to be calling the shit to the producer so they know where the cameras need to be so they see all this shit. It just kind of feels like, I don't know. It feels like everybody backstage knows what the hell you're going to do in the intricacies of your match. And I feel like from a wrestler's point of view, I don't know, it just kind of felt, I don't know, just kind of felt annoying, I think, more than anything. But like, oh, now he's going to go for the fit. Like they knew exactly what the match was laid out to be. And I'm like, in true professional wrestling, especially really when done right, they wouldn't know that shit. But it really shows you in WWE how everything is carefully planned. And it has to be, I get that, for camera angles. They need to be right where they need to be for, especially in this episode that I'm almost done. They have to know where John Cena's, the camera's going to be for his heel turn, all that other shit. I get that. It's just, it felt kind of annoying when you hear this, like someone backstage is almost like calling the match. And I'm like,
but who the hell are they talking to? It's not like every wrestler has something in their ear.
No, they're talking to the ref. So the ref is giving them directions.
Yeah.
So they're telling the ref, and it just really makes them feel like the wrestler is less important, and they feel more like, and I feel like, that's just from a wrestler's point of view, it just kind of feels just annoying. Like I wouldn't want them knowing everything I'm going to do in a headset, but apparently, that's how that operates, but imagine like, say I'm managing now and I'm out there like, okay, tell Pierre to get in position. It would just feel like really annoying, but I get it. They have to do that. That's part of a overproduced program like that. It felt really annoying from a wrestler's point of view. I would feel like that would be really fucking annoying. Yeah, tell him to cut out the anaconda vice. What? Like, who are you? I mean, I get it. They're in a timed show. It just would feel like. And then when he goes to Bruce Pritchard Abyss and he goes, I just want to please this man there. And I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of felt.
When they showed, was it Abyss? Is that
Abyss was Abyss. Bruce
I just want to make sure that you're happy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not happy. Oh, great. I'm going to lose my job. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, William Regal's talking to him after. Are you good? Yeah, I just want to make this guy happy.
Yeah, I just want to keep my job because I can't do anything else. This is it.
I want Abyss to wrestle. I want him to be in a Royal Rumble. I just want him to come out as Abyss one time. But so is a lot of people too, I think.
I don't. It's just.
So that was a little annoying. Yeah.
Was Abyss wasn't even in WWE though, was he?
No, he was just TNA. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he did appear once as AJ Styles kind of lawyer as his alternative, like his twin brother gimmick he used in TNA.
Yeah.
But that was it. And then that was quickly scrapped, and then I think they teamed AJ with the big Omos after that.
So would you recommend this show for people to watch?
If you like having the curtain pulled back, sure, because it gives you a whole new outlook on it shows you what they do have to write it and how hard and difficult it probably is, to come up with these ideas and then produce it, and how you're trying to get times down, cut times with the wrestler. So it really shows how much work is really involved. Besides, because a lot of times you could think, there's just two wrestlers go out there and they record it. Well, that's not how simple that is, But yeah, it really shows you how much work goes into it. So it is fascinating. All that stuff's fascinating. It's just if you don't want it spoiled, if you want the illusion, suspension of disbelief, if you don't want that ruined, I would stay away from the show. But it's really for people who want to see more than they've ever been let on to see.
Yeah, I don't think we think wrestling's real. That's the thing. I just don't know if I'd really want to know all the ins and outs of it, and I don't want to see them. I don't want to see their characters be so real. It just kind of, that to me is, if you were a fan, that would take away the whole aspect. That's why I think it's like now you're just looking at them as an actor, like you said. It's different. They're not supposed to like each other. There's that persona, like they said, when you're out in public, you're supposed to be your character, right? You're supposed to be your character. And when you're not, That's just bullshit. And then now when you're making a whole Netflix video about it, it's just like, eh. And then you got all this them discussing how they're running like that back room just seems like that's the only place they can walk through the curtain is that one back room. They got to walk through the gauntlet of tables with everybody high-fiving and shaking hands saying, dude, there wasn't one person that said that was fucked up or, hey, that they shouldn't have done that. It's just like, it just seemed like it was just because they were
they could
talking.
have
It just
easily
seemed,
called it gorilla position because that's what most of the episodes revolve around, the gorilla position,
yeah.
which is essentially what that is.
So anyways, so that was something I finished already. I didn't know there's only 5 episodes, so I saw that. Now, I did go see, because I'm a nerd, I went and saw Superman. Now,
The picture from the short I shared on there, over 200,000 views.
Just from behind you?
And yeah, on the short. Yeah, Guy Gardner glasses. Search that short on YouTube. Yeah, that's 200. Yeah, it won't show it because I hit it.
I don't like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't like Green Lantern, the guy that's in the background of here. I don't like his character.
No, you didn't like his character, or you didn't like him.
I just didn't like his character. I thought it was dumb. I don't know who that guy is.
That's the jerk. That's the jerk Green Lantern who he debuted in the '60s, but he became really popular in the late '80s and early '90s when the Justice League was kind of relaunched. He was basically the wild card asshole of the group, basically.
Well, Superman was a good movie. I gotta say, the Superman character is relatable and is something that you could buy into, that you feel like you can actually watch, and I feel like you can actually think that it's something worth watching. I do think that the Superman dog was kind of stupid, but I understand.
Crypto, you didn't like Crypto?
No, but I understand what they were trying to do, and I thought the robots were kind of dumb. And I also didn't like the bad guys. But I thought Superman and Lex...
He played, spoiler alert, he played his own bad guy.
Oh, he did? He played the other guy that he fought when he was he was as himself,
yeah,
right?
Because that was himself,
yeah.
Yeah, it was Bizarro.
But...
he might become Bizarro, but he was playing Ultraman.
But I thought Superman was interesting.
So you didn't like how capable Lex was? Basically, he was over planning everything to fight Superman using technology.
That he knew everything. He just knew everything no matter what.
He was the smartest. He had supposed to be the smartest man in the DC universe. Yeah,
he had a plan down. He knew how to do everything. He didn't worries. Just destroy the Earth, and he was just going to fly around in his little floatable building and just do whatever. So I didn't like. I don't know that part. It just didn't seem like. I think they're building to more Superman stuff with that.
Yeah,
but
the whole movie is world building, because every time you're jumping into a new universe, you're still, whether they say it or not, you're still trying to catch up to what Marvel established and made work.
So question is, will they make a Superman Batman movie with Patton and this gentleman?
There was that going around. I think because I think there was finally a Batman 2 script given by Reeves, and there was a lot of talk like, hey, will they just fold the Reeves Batman into this universe? I don't think that's the plan, because James Gunn went out of his way to establish that this new Batman's going to have Robin as a son, which was introduced, I don't know, in the last 20 years or so.
Going to have Robin as a son?
Well, yeah, there's a Damian Wayne Robin, which was, it's just a real... So I'm not really a fan of this character, but they did an at one point in time, there was a comic called, I want to say, maybe it's not Son of the Demon. Maybe that, yeah. So maybe I want to keep saying Batman and Son, but it was like Son of the Demon or Demon Set, and it's a Ra's al Ghul story. And in the story, Talia and Batman have sex, but it's revealed later that, it was under suspicious circumstances, like she had spiked his drink and whatnot. So apparently they got it. He impregnated her, or she got his DNA. So either way, basically he had a son for years and he didn't know it. So this 10-year-old boy who was named Damien, basically, and they made this canon. It was supposed to be an alternate story. So now he's introduced later in the comics, and now he's really his son. So now he takes him on as the new Robin. Essentially, he's been on and off, mainly on for the last whatever, since he's been introduced, he's been basically playing Robin in the comics. So, and he's been in some of the animated movies and stuff. So apparently, when James Gunn releases his movie Brave and the Bold, it's supposed to be an homage to the Batman team up comics from back in the day, and it's supposed to be like Batman and Robin basically. But his son.
What did you also think about the Supergirl part? What was the point of that? Her being
thought that was dumb. I think they're good. Yeah, she's called them bitch, whatever she comes in drunk. Apparently, she's supposed to be like a partier off world. I don't know if that's just it's supposed to be a coming of age story, but a lot of this stuff he's using from an inspiration of a real comic called Woman of Tomorrow, maybe. And the movie's supposed to star Momoa, who used to play Aquaman. He's going to play Lobo, which he looks a lot more like Lobo anyways. So I'm excited for that. But she came in kind of a unceremonious cameo, drunk.
So here's what I found on Superman 2 teaser.
Is that the JSA teaser that was in the JSA headquarters?
Wait,
yeah, there's in the Justice League, which is kind of cool that they use the Union Station from Ohio as the Hall of Justice. Apparently, there's a big mural that has
one of the other big
a lot of the old Justice Society comic book basically characters, and they're establishing that the superheroes have been around for 300 years in this universe.
Oh,
so Superman has been active for 3 years, but it's a world that's already established, and they just kind of want to show you that in this movie in a way.
Parents for Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. So after the events of the Supergirl movie, she will probably come back to Earth, just also making it more likely that she could team up with Superman in a direct sequel.
What you need to know is everything is canon from Creature Commandos, Superman through
Peacemaker. Is this James Gunn right here? Whatever.
Lex Luthor will also probably appear again, but mostly in the background, not the main villain anymore. Maybe he's still in prison. Maybe he's on his way to getting out. Maybe closer to finishing his war suit from the comics. James Gunn did respond to this like, we have plenty of time to put him in a war suit, and we introduced some prototypes for that during the movie. And I think he was mostly referring to the Hammer of Baravia suit and his Raptor suits. We will probably get way more Crypto. It just seems like James Gunn really likes putting Crypto and stuff. He's going to be in the Supergirl movie, too. Like, he's a big character in the story they're adapting for that movie. They'll probably introduce more big Justice League characters, if not as main characters, than people...
Did you think...
I like that channel. Emergency Awesome is a good channel. It's a good dude.
Oh, you like how he's talking all this stuff up?
No, yeah, he's good. There's a couple real radical idiots that throw their little 2 cents in politics in there, at least this guy.
So do you think this is something that's going to create more? Is this going to be like the Marvel comics now? Is this going to just like all kind of correlate and just?
So this is what they're trying to do, and this is what they tried to do before with the Zack Snyder universe. They wanted to, but then they, there's always going to be people bagging on DC. I noticed that a lot of that shit comes out of probably from what I call dirty Marvelites that basically fucking try to sabotage the movies. And, and I'm not, it's like the Cubs and the Sox. I mean, it's DC first for me, but, it's not like I hate Marvel. It's just, that's my team first, but, yeah, you got to let the universe breathe. But they were bashing how Superman was so serious and, Batman and Superman was this, or, and then there was some valid criticism. I mean, the unedited versions and uncensored versions were loads better. So when they edited the movies down, it hurt the films. But there was also a lot of garbage, like Birds of Prey, I thought was hot garbage. And but it's not like Marvel hasn't produced garbage too, it's, you just got to let them breathe. He had success with the Guardians movies were good. His Suicide Squad was definitely better than the first. So,
will you see John Cena in the Superman movie? You think?
I don't think so. Well, he had that cameo in it, obviously, but I don't think you'd really see him any more than a cameo that he made.
Well, I thought Superman was good. I don't think it was bad. I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, but I know you went out and saw it.
I have seen both of them. Yeah,
And I'm not a Fantastic Four fan, so I don't know if I'll
maybe a
actually
little
see it.
edge to Fantastic Four, but they're both very comic booky. So
But
that's the
that's what
turn
you
off.
want, right?
That's what
you
I'm
want. That's
fine
what
with
you
it.
want
Yeah,
as a fan. You want to see comic book.
yeah, it's very fantasy based because it's material is that. So
But
it
I
doesn't
think
bother me, but I know some people
I think I
they
like
want it more.
I like Superman because I think Superman brought it back to the Christopher Reeve Superman. I think he was a little bit similar to that character, goofy, big dude, and just I don't think Lois was the
Her
uh,
and Jimmy were really capable. I liked how they actually gave them
but I don't think
bigger
Lois was
roles.
that kind of character in this movie as she was in the original Superman. Like I don't know. But I did think it was a good
I liked
show.
her. Yeah,
It
I
was
thought
a
she
good
did good.
movie, and we were already fast forward to where she already knows he's Superman. So
Yeah.
we were already diving into the she knows he's Superman and they're gonna get married and all this shit. Um,
Well, no, actually, it's really in a what you could say a somewhat, you know, rocky road tumultuous thing because they had obviously different views on it. So they're not really probably at the point of getting married yet, but by the end, you kind of see how much they love each other. So yeah, it's a very, I think for the people who were turned off by how serious Man of Steel was because it was Zack Snyder and that's how he kind of does some of his comic book projects. This was very for the people who have their fantasy Superman. This is my Superman. That appealed to a lot of people that way. I didn't mind the Zack. I actually preferred Man of Steel at least as a movie compared to this one. There's only the only couple things I didn't like about Man of Steel was the tornado scene, letting his dad die, and then maybe putting him in the position to have to kill Zod. But for the most part, the action in that one was pretty kick ass. And I don't know. I don't say this one's bad. I just it's not at the tip top for me of Superman movies, but it was good. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
all right. That's the podcast. It's over. I really don't have anything else to say. Superman was a good movie. I'm not a huge comic book fan,
So
but
you're
I
not
think
going to see Fantastic Four though, huh?
nah, probably not. I don't know, man.
It was
Going
yeah,
to the movies anymore is like just it's fucking annoying. Like now
it's like
you have to order the concessions early and get them fucking waiting for you and
just getting
just
old. That's the problem. You're just getting old. Like,
no, I'm getting grumpy. Like I
yeah,
just
grumpy
like
and old.
now, yeah. It's like I gotta have the seats where I can put my feet on the rail if I can. I'm like, now I gotta sit in a regular seat. Then I have to make
I don't
decisions.
have my recliner.
Yeah, then you got to sit in the Cindy Capri, and there's a fucking tickets are more expensive, and you're like, got to recline in those, and then you fall asleep, and you're like, I missed the movie. Now I missed it. I fell asleep in this relaxing recliner.
Surprisingly, I didn't fall asleep in either one of the films.
Dude, last time I laid back in a recliner in a movie theater, I fell freaking right asleep. And I woke up with my brother throwing popcorn at me because I was snoring. I was like, oh.
Welcome to
So,
another episode of Local Idiots.
welcome to me podcast fall asleep in a movie.
Throwing popcorn at my brother.
anything past 5 o'clock, man, I'm gonna get tired.
And don't go at 5. Go earlier.
Gotta work, Ben. Still in that era. I'm right in the middle. I'm in the middle of falling asleep at 7 and going to work.
Sucks because
So,
if I fall asleep in the middle of the evening, I'm waking up at around midnight, and I'm probably texting you guys on the West Coast because I'm up. I've been sleeping for the evening, and I'm like,
let's record.
How do I get back to sleep for 2 hours before I have to go up for work? But yeah, that's
Well, maybe next time I'll share what they shared with us at the football camp about sleeping.
what do they say to football
They
camp?
say if you're tired, just get up. Don't lay down. If you're not tired, then get up and do something, even if it's 2 a.m. Just get up.
I have like sleep hand now, like in the phone, and just thankfully I have that protective case.
Oh, you mean your hand just falls asleep while you're looking at it? Yeah.
It's like,
Isn't that weird? All of a sudden you'd be holding something else and your hand's like, just drops everything.
Gotta be something they planned on.
And then, then if you hold it above your face, you're like, oh, it just smashes you in the face.
I haven't done that, but numerous times I've dropped it. So hanging off the couch, dropping on the floor.
Yeah. So they say if you're not tired, then get out of bed because your body associates sleeping with the bed. So if you're not sleeping in your bed, then you have to get up because your body won't understand why it's not sleeping and you're trying to force it. The other thing it says too is if watching TV or listening to something makes you go to sleep, it's not proven that that would cause disruption in your sleeping. But they said if that's how it happened, if that's what you need to go to sleep, then do that. Even though sometimes I wear these little headsets that are flat so I can lay on the side of my head while I'm sleeping, and I'll be listening to a podcast or something, and then I'll have a dream of the fucking podcast in my head. Like all of a sudden it'll be
you're inside the podcast.
I'm just now in it, like it's like a movie set. No, it's just so weird. Or I sometimes will have like panic attack because I'll be listening to like music. And it won't be like calming music. It'll be like Metallica or something. And all of a sudden I'll just be like waking up. So
I listen to the sounds of rain and light thunder and just that. That's very calming. I like that.
This is the white noise.
So as long as it's not fucking white noise created from white noise.
Have you ever done that? Have you tried to go to sleep with that?
JC.
Or did you just sit there and you sleep and all of a sudden you started thinking about
not
noise?
Like the baby white noise or the fucking I've tried megahertz, which is supposed to stimulation. I've tried the rain and the waves. I like the rain the best. Obviously the sound of the rain pattering is actually soothing more than anything. But yeah, there's other things I've tried. But yeah, you're right. If something happens and you fall asleep with TV show on or something ends on whatever YouTube TV and it goes to the next thing like that, then you're hearing that while in your sleep kind of. And somehow that makes its way into your psyche.
Wonder why when I try to open this.
Poltergeist. Show the clown.
Oh, shoot. You still looking at me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the clown. The cloud is...
Clown's freaky. I remember you saying the clown freaked you out.
See, watch. I'll go to sleep right now. Look at her. What kid would wake up and just look at that? So whenever I think about sleeping to white noise like that, I always think of Poltergeist.
Really?
Yeah. All of a sudden I think, man, Poltergeist. That's the fucking scene, right? So let me see the clown scene. That's the other thing that messed me up. See, these are things that maybe it's our next episode.
Things that messed you up as a child.
The things that messed me the things that messed me up that wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, I'll have some stories I'll have to remember. Yeah, I woke up from I don't know what the hell I watched. I know it's around the time of Salem's Lot. I was that young.
Oh, Salem's Lot, yeah. That's the vampire
freaky,
dude running down the stairs.
Eyes. I had a nightmare on the couch and I woke up that the newscasters had fucking white eyes and I just was screaming like white eyes, and it was just like they were zombie eyes and I was like, yeah, that's the oldest dream or nightmare I can remember. That freaked the fuck out of me as a kid. I was like, what the fuck? I woke up in the fucking couch. A couple of my siblings may have been there. I was just, that was fucked me up.
Well, this right here fucked me up as a kid. This is when my parents gave me a mannequin for Christmas, and they
panic. Why are you watching?
No, so it was on the edge of my bed. So,
oh fuck.
Yeah, and if this is me, if all of a sudden I just like, you know what? I'm gonna see if this clown's still here. Let me see. Yep, that was it. That ruined it. Everything got any clown after that. Just fuck you.
That movie's fucked up because really, if you think about if we dissected that movie, she gets stuck and dragged into the TV.
She gets sucked into the TV, and then they got to bring in that little dwarf lady to be like, "Come into the light."
Yeah, then they bring in like the preacher guy in the later ones with the creepy skeleton.
Yeah,
and the guy was really dying when they were filming that. That's why he looked all sweaty and creepy in that. Yeah, with the skeleton teeth. Yeah.
He really died in the second one?
He
Poltergeist 2?
he was dying in this. I think it was two that he was because he was searching for
Not
Carol
like
He
really
didn't-
dying?
He died. He was dying because he died not long after that his role was finished. So while he was filming it, he was sick. And you could see it if you watch the film. He looked sickly as it was, so it made it obviously more creepy. But yeah, I mean, it was sad for the actor because obviously he was playing the role where he's dying. But
The more you know.
and I know
Bling!
she died young too, didn't she? I thought
she
died.
did die. They do claim that there's a curse from the Poltergeist movie that supposedly people got, but the dude still made Coach, and it was funny. So
Still made Coach. John.
Anyways, I don't know his name.
With a T. What T more? What the fuck was it?
His favorite scene was when he was the coach in All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise, and he makes him and he fucks up the play, and then he kicks him off the bus. Yeah,
Craig T. Nelson. I couldn't think
very
of his
funny.
name.
He's Mr. Incredible, in case anybody wants to know. So he's still alive, but
yes.
All right. Well, Me Podcast You Listen, thanks for ranting about Superman. We didn't really say much, but other than go see it before it leaves theaters, because I think it's going to be better in the theaters.
Yeah,
With
it's worth
popcorn and a soda. Make sure you call and order it ahead of time because the lines can be ridiculous. And I'm sure there's some new movie coming out that everybody will rush to see. Fantastic Four, don't know. We'll take MC's word for it. It's not fantastic or not.
I would rather pay $5.50 to see these movies, but it's Fantastic Four.
$5.50 does not exist anymore, MC.
Yes, it
it's
does.
a new
But
world.
I seen Superman for $5.50. Fantastic Four. I could not. It was the specials for Tuesdays, but I wish I paid $5.50 for Fantastic Four. But yeah.
So subscribe before we get cut off. Subscribe.
Naked Gun's out. Mortal Kombat's coming. Both of those movies.
Get us 60 followers. 60 followers. 60 followers. 60.